Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We have a beer funnily named Short and Stout. They've named a beer after me. No, not really, but I thought it was pretty cool. So, yeah, it's a dry stout and it's by Molly Rose. Molly Rose are a pretty cool brewery out of Collingwood. They're in like a residential area and they're really like good foodie type brewery as well. They do like a lot of wine stuff, cocktails, like yeah, really cool people too. Yeah, they sort of started off just in a little like a little shed and then it sort of expanded just slightly. Yeah, it's pretty cool the way it's set up now. Um I have had this beer before. I remember I had it at Gabs Festival a few years ago, perhaps. And I remember at the time I was hanging out with a couple of my mates, and they're like, "Oh, they made a beer for you, Smalley." So yeah, it was pretty funny. 4.3%. So it's just your basic like sessionable stout. Nothing that's going to like set the world afire. But I'll read what it says. It's got people make fun of stouts too much. This one might be short and stout, but it's bloody tasty and very easy to drink. Give stouts a break. That's cool. And yeah, it's got like cool as purple and pink sort of can, quite feminine. I like with Molly Rose how they have the big font like vertical like that. I just think it looks cool. It's a little bit different. And then yeah, they've always got the name of the beer and then like a little description underneath. I don't have a Molly Rose glass, unfortunately, but I have a fixation one. And I know that Fixation and Molly Rose used to do a bit of work together. They were like pretty close to each other. Unfortunately, Fixation aren't going anymore, which is a shame. But yeah, I got a Fixation glass, so I thought a bit of a tribute to those guys. So yeah, I've already poured a little bit. I'll top it up. I just poured some for the photo. And cheers to the chat. We have Rusty. Good to see you, mate. Got Evie again. Yeah, it's cool colours on it. Pink and purple always goes well together, obviously. Cheers, Phil. Cheers, Stealth. Good to see us. Isn't that just the biz? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll definitely have to keep the can. It'd be funny if I just walked into the brewery and said, "Oh, where's my beer?" And they'd be like, "Who's this fuckhead?" Next time I go to the brewery, because I've talked to the owner a fair bit, I'll have to say to him, "Oh, funnily enough, I've got a YouTube channel that's of the same name as one of your beers." I might even pop it up on Instagram. I'll put a thing in my story and say, I'll say a cheeky little comment like a beer named after me, and then I'll say, "I'll come check out the review on YouTube" or something like that. It'd be pretty cool. Yeah, it is a cool glass. It's yeah, it's just got Fixation. It's got a heap of hop plants around it. So Fixation were a hop forward brewery. They do practically just IPAs. And the guy that ran them's an absolute legend. And he used to be friends with everyone in the beer community. And they had a really good like brew pub. And what happened is Stone and Wood, who's one of the main craft breweries in Australia, they sold their souls. And then they bought Fixation as well. And then it ended up screwing Fixation. So yeah, it's a real shame because I used to like going there. It was one of those breweries that I'd visit quite often when I'd go to Melbourne. Cheers, boys and girls. Let's get into it anyway. So yeah, it's cool to have a beer of the same name. I thought that was awesome. I had to get it. I've been sitting on it for a while, but Yeah, if it's a sort of, I remember it from the festival just being a very like simple stout. It's that sort of stout you'd give to someone like maybe just first getting into beer, like if you wanted to see if they like dark beers. Yeah. So on appearance, I would say it's not quite black. It's more of like a really really dark tan. Light carbonation. I would say light body. We'll go a whiff. I'll pour a bit more in there too. Yeah, it's definitely a dark beer, Evie. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be funny. So yeah, it's got a bit of a tan head on it now. Let's go a whiff. It's funny with some of these light stouts, I always get this like cola vibe. I think you quite often your visual can like interfere with your senses because it's the first thing you're doing. You're looking at it, and you look at this. It's a light body, slightly fizzy, dark thing, and you just think like Coke or Pepsi, but like it has similar notes in it to those drinks. Like it has like your sort of your brown sugar, your caramel, your slightly like citrusy sort of notes. So quite often I get a cola note, and I am getting it in this because it's more of like your caramel than like coffee. There's like a touch of chocolate there too. But yeah, sometimes if they got a bit of hoppiness to them, you'll get that slight citrusy sort of twang. Nah, dude. I woke up and I had a bit of a headache, and I was like, I really couldn't be bothered like with the travel. I was keen to go there, but the travel, I was just like, I just can't be fucked. Walking to the train station and then sitting on a train for like hours there and hours back. Just the thought of it, I was like, the thought of doing that was just like, nah, I'm not in the mood. But yeah, then like I was on YouTube just hanging out with people and stuff, and it was a nice day, and I sort of regretted not going. So there could be a possibility of tomorrow, perhaps, but yeah, normally it's a Saturday sort of thing. I'd rather do. Like there's no specific event or anything that like I'm going there for, so it's not like I have to go either. So that's sort of another thing. If like there was like a some unreal like beer tap takeover that I just really wanted to go for, I just push the yeah, I'd just be like, fuck it, I'm going. Like, yeah. But I think it's because I'm only just going just because I want to just yeah, go to a few breweries and just chill out in the suburbs. Yeah. I don't think I've got any interest in joining the march. Like it would be good, but I'd rather go to a brewery and just chill by myself than walking around the city with a heap of people around me. Definitely got to be in the mood for that sort of thing, Evie. Now, where are we up to? Here. Yeah. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, peeps. We'll see if we can get some people in this one. I definitely feel like maybe that name of that beer in the last one has affected the algorithm. Because yeah, if you look at this stream already, it's so much more busy. Yeah, the last beer, guys, was called it was a Pilsner, and it's called Poppin' Pills. And I feel like because that's the name of the beer, and I've wrote it in the description, it's like YouTube's algorithms picked it up as like a drug related thing. Because yeah, there was just no one there. It was real weird. So yeah, as I said, maybe a really faint touch of coffee, but it's mainly like caramel, like a brown sugar caramel chocolate. Maybe slightly sort of biscuity. I'm not getting like dark fruit or anything like that. And yeah, it's not. I don't feel like it's very hoppy. Anyway, let's go for a taste. Cheers. Cheers to Molly Rose and cheers to fixation. Very light body, like quite soft, the mouthfeel. But then yeah, it's like it finishes like as it sort of goes down, it's got like a dryness and a bitterness to it. It's not like a rich stout. It's definitely got sort of like similarities to like your Guinness, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's got a more of a softer sort of lighter mouthfeel. Definitely, like yeah, I reckon if you were trying to get someone into stouts, just like a gradual sort of swap or a shift over to like dark beers, this would be perfect, I reckon. It's funny because I look at a beer like this as very, very subdued, very subtle. But you probably, if you're not used to dark beers, you'd probably have this and go, "Oh, it's real roasty. It's real bitter." It's just funny how like the palates change and people's preferences and stuff. Yeah, 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 yeah. It could be like it'll be a thing tomorrow. I'll have a few beers tonight. I might get a half decent sleep and wake up in the morning and just be like, fuck it, I'm going to Melbourne. It's the beauty of being by yourself. You can just do that. You can make it just like a spare of the moment sort of decision and just go with it. Like at the end of the day, like the main thing I wanted to do is go to this brewery and use the voucher. So it's like I'm probably not going to be spending much money either while I'm down there. The train costs fuck all, so that's good. I'll probably bring back some takeaway beers because at the moment, once I drink the last couple of mountain cultures I've got, every every single beer in the fridge is one drop after that. So to be like, oh, what's tonight's review? One drop. What about the next day? One drop. I don't want the channel to be like that. I want to constantly like mix it up and not have the same brew. Yeah. See, one thing too is if I went to the march, I'd be hanging with Juzzy and he'd be wanting to film, and you got to be in the mood for that as well. Like, I don't know, just being a Sunday, nice weather, Like, I don't know. I just think there'd be a lot better things to do than. I know it's for a cause and that, but yeah, I think you just got to be real passionate about that stuff, especially for me to buddy travel so far to get to it. See, I'd have no interest in filming. I'd just want to go there just to experience it, and I couldn't be fucked like having to talk on camera and that when I'm not really into it. That fuzz. Cheers, Simo. Yeah, it's always funny, isn't it, watching one of your mates on YouTube when you're out at a bar or a brewery or something. I do it all the time. When I'm at Carwin Cellars in Melbourne, I'll be there smashing the whole bloody board full of beers, and I'll just have like YouTube going as I'm sitting in the beer garden. It's like, oh, how you going, Drewy? I'm drinking this beer. I'm drinking that. Well, yeah, it's pretty fun. It's normally Drew just because it's that time of the day when he's live. Yeah, we're starting to get some decent weather here now. It's good. So the brewery you're at, is it not like is it in your area, dude? See, there's definitely something wrong with that last stream. I don't know what's going on. This one just straight away busy from the get go. It's definitely got to be something to do with the title, popping pills. They might have thought I was a druggie. Yeah, it's good doing that. It's like, oh, I'm going to go to the bottle shop. And then you're like, fuck yeah, let's have some beers while we eat. Swill and Greg, g'day from Western Australia. Cheers, brother. Welcome in. I'm in Southwest Victoria, dude. Hope you're well. I'm assuming YouTube's brought you here randomly and you're thinking, what's this shit? Yeah, I just do live beer reviews, mate. Do the occasional hangout. Um, yeah, I'm sort of part of like beer communities all around the globe. But just a year ago, I thought I better start doing my own shit. So yeah, it's been good getting the Australian community going now. So need to start linking up with some other like Aussie beer tubers. I know a few, but I feel like we need to get like a bit of a group going. It'd be good. Do some collabs together and when they're hanging out in each other's city, catching up for beers and that sort of thing. Yeah, I've done WA a couple of times. Margaret River's pretty cool with the beer and the wine. Fremantle's pretty awesome. Yeah, obviously Perth. I want to try more beers from Found out of Perth. I've only had like a couple of beers from them, and I've heard sort of good things. So I want to try more. They don't have an online store. I hit them up one time just to ask them where I can buy their beers from, and the guy was like real helpful, and yeah, he's like, oh, "I'll get back to you," and then never did. It's like he just forgot about it. Yeah, cool. What area are we in, dude? Yep. Cool. It's one thing I don't miss at all about having a girlfriend or hanging out with family is like when the females are shopping, it's just like, oh my God, just drop me off at the pub or something. I just want to be anywhere else. Yeah. We've only just sort of started to get some sunshine this week. It's been pretty average down here. Got a few subscribers since WA, from WA, sorry. Been doing beer reviews since 2011. Cool. Have to check out your channel, dude. I've probably seen some of your stuff. The name definitely rings a bell. I love how you got grog in the name. It's such an Aussie alcoholic thing. Yeah, just going down the shops for some grog. One of my American mates, he's from Florida and he's trying to learn a heap of Aussie lingo. It's been funny as fuck. The other day he goes, "Oh, fuck me dead." So yeah, everyone check out Swill and Grog. Always good to see some fellow Aussie beer reviewers. Do you know Scotch Down Under? He's over that way somewhere. He's like he does mainly like whiskies and stuff, but he does a lot of beer as well. Mainly like sort of German beers. Nah, Southwest Vic, mate. I probably sound country to you. I probably don't sound like I'm from Melbourne or Sydney because I'm a country lad. No, I can't stand that shit. That guy's a fucking loser. They just seem like a bunch of druggies or something on that show. It's ridiculous. It keeps popping up in my feed as well. Or maybe because some of you guys are watching it. I'm not sure, but I might go away. what's um what's some of your favourite breweries, Grog? St Kilda, Brunswick, Northcote. Cool. So yeah, if I end up going this weekend, still I'll be probably South Melbourne, Port Melbourne. I'm not sure what I was. Oh no, actually, yeah, I don't need to think about food because they're making me a pizza. The pizzas at the brewery are really good too. Not too bad for a sessionable stout. Can't get over it's only 4.3. It just seems so weird that a dark beer is that light. I haven't been to St Kilda for ages. I want to check it out again. I really want to go to the tap house just to see what it's like these days. Brunswick's sick as far as beer goes. There's so many places. Yep, cool. I've got a Vine Stefana wheat wine in the fridge. It's weird, like a wheat wine by Vine Stefano, but it's like a collab with Pahala out of Estonia, who are real good with their dark beers. Um, yeah, Oscar Blues. This brewery here, Mountain Culture. DJ, the owner of Mountain Culture, he worked for Oscar Blues when he was younger, so that's pretty cool. Sierra Nevada, I've had heaps of their beers. They're always banging. It's just such a shame. We had an awesome thing going with Sierra Nevada in Australia about a year or two ago. They were going to start up a whole franchise sort of thing here, where there was going to be a web shop and their beers were going to start going into like pubs on tap, and then all of a sudden, yeah, they pulled out because of the cost. It's like they didn't realise how bad the taxes were in Australia, so they went, "Nah, fuck yous, we're not bothering." Bit of a pain. Yeah, I remember you saying that, and that's when I asked, "Is the bottom section ever open?" So every single time I've went there, it's only the top part's open. But I've only ever been there sort of during the day, so it's probably more of a night thing. But yeah, St Kilda, I want to do. There's a few sort of like pubs there I want to do again. I want to do that. What's the big? You know how you've got the Irish one on Fitzroy Street? What's that called again? Is it the Fifth Province? And then you've got the big old English one across the road. I want to do those two again. They're pretty cool pubs. I want to do the Espy again. It sounds like the Espy's gone a bit yuppie-ish though. I don't want to go to the Espy if it's all full of like these glamorous type girls sitting around drinking cocktails, and it'd just be a shit vibe, I reckon. I like the old Espy where you go in there and there was like a big rock gig going on, and you got all these like eccentric people and the glory days, the sticky carpets. Yeah, hit the old like button, peeps, if you can. This stream's going a lot better than the last one. I don't know what was going on. It's got to be to do with the name. So yeah, the last stream I did, guys, there was like hardly anyone there. It was like YouTube wasn't sending out notification, and I think it's to do with the name of the beer because it was a pills called Poppin' Pills. And I reckon because I've written that in the title, it's like YouTube's like, nah, we're not rewarding this druggy guy for his stream. Yeah. Cheers, Evie. Cheers, Brett. You got a new girl, Brett. Did I see that on social media somewhere? I reckon I seen you with a new girl. Is that correct? Hopefully it's the case. You seem like you'd be fairly happy. The Lion and the Wombat. Nah, what's it called? It's just got a real English vibe to it. You go in there and it's like heaps of timber and there's a heap of shit hanging on the walls. And it's got like, you sort of walk in on the diagonal and then like the bars like down the back sort of thing. I just can't remember what the fuck is called. It might not be directly across the road. It might be down a little bit. As soon as you say the name, though, I'll be like, that's it. Like, yeah, I just can't remember what it is. But quite often it was part of like when they'd have good beer week. That particular pub would have the English beers back in the day. Oh, yeah, that's Brett. That's Brett there. Yeah, there you go. Cool. So you used to know each other. Oh, that's cool. That's probably where I've heard the name. Brett's probably said, "Oh, do you know Swill and Grog or something like that?" Welcome to the Black Parade. I want that lifestyle where I've got a brewery or a pub where I live that I can just get up on a Sunday and take the dogs for a stroll and just go and hang there for hours. I've never had that lifestyle. I mean, in my hometown, I probably could have had it, but I was too young. Where I live now, though, it's just such a shithole. Like, yes, there are a few pubs here, but they're just basic shitty pubs that have like just basic beer and no atmosphere, and most people only go there to play pokey machines. I just want to be able to live near an awesome brewery and yeah, just have that lifestyle where you can just walk there and just get on it. So yeah, cool. Yeah, I've known Brett for a while now. We sort of met through like Craig and Harry and that back in the day. Nah, the fifth province is the Irish bar. That's the one that I was talking about. But the English one's pretty sure it's across the road, or it's on the other side of the road, definitely. But I just don't know if it's directly across or a little further down. So the fifth province is the Irish bar. I'm trying to think the name of the English one. Yeah, Western Australia. The biggest, actually, no. I thought Western Australia was the biggest state in the world. All the Americans are going, no, no way. There's heaps bigger states in America. I'm like, there isn't. Western Australia is far bigger than any American state. And they're like, oh, bullshit. And I was like showing them like a map, and they're going, oh, okay. you make a fair point. But there's actually like a province in Russia that's even bigger than WA. So it's the second biggest state in the world. No, none of the Americans believe me. They're all like, "Oh, you're talking shit. Surely it's not bigger than Texas and Alaska." And I'm like, "It fucking is. Just listen to me, you ignorant fucks." Yep. Cheers, Hamish. Damn, not good. Stay safe, brother. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hit the old thumbs up if you can. Nah, hopefully you're all right, dude. Yeah, that'd be good. Pokies just fucking kill the atmosphere of pubs. It's funny, you'll go into a pub that has pokies and the bistro and the pub area, there's just like fuck all people and everyone's just hanging out in the pokey part. And I'm like, this is shit. Yeah. As long as you're happy, dude. I don't like hearing that negative sort of stuff. So just want to hear that you're happy and yeah, you're doing all you can for your little one, dude. Yeah, yeah. Nah. You'll be trying to get it for ages. I'll see if I can find it. I'll find it straight away because I know roughly where it is. Okay, I'll type in fifth province. Found it straight away. Yeah, it's directly across the road. Freddie Wimpole's. Maybe it's changed slightly because it says that it's a cocktail bar. Oh, it's still got that same look to it. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe it's not as English as it used to be. Looks more American. That's like a photo of it there. See what I mean with all the wood everywhere and there's like shit on the walls and not literal shit. Yeah, see, it's got like all the beer cans everywhere. It's a pretty cool pub. I've been there, smashed a few times. But yeah, I need a night out in St Kilda. It'd be cool. That'd be cool, dude. And I've caught up. No, I haven't. No, I've never played them either. I fucking hate that shit. I don't mind the occasional punt on like horses and stuff, but I just don't have the money to waste on gambling. Some of the young ones these days are fucking terrible. Like in my workplace, some of the young ones, as soon as they finish work, they'll just go straight to the pokies and they'll like blow fucking 200, $300 as quickly as. Cool. Yeah. Cheers, Geordie. Good to see you, brother. Haven't seen you on here for ages. You're probably normally sleeping in. Cheers, Drewy. Good to see you, brother. I was waiting for you to go live today and it didn't happen. Me and Josh just hung out for a while. It was good. Just the two of us just talking shit. I think we were both sort of saying if you were going to go live or not. And he said that you'd messaged him earlier and said you were hanging out at your mate's bottle or whatever. Yeah, pokies are shit. Yeah, good song, Geordie. Hey, fucking oath. It's got three parts. It is a brilliant song. Nah, you don't need to. They're fucking shit. They they fucking break up families. They Yeah, it can cause like mental problems, fucking even like suicide and stuff. They're fucking dangerous. Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks for chiming in. Good to hear that you're going all right. Oh, cool, dude. Sorry to hear, but yeah, good that you're having a bit of a wake with family. It's funny, like sometimes a funeral will like bring family or friends or whatever closer together. Oh, okay, cool. We'll have a look. I did hear like a beep on Facebook just before. Yeah, the vehicle looks pretty cool. So yeah, there's Hamish's ride in the like, is it like a carport or a garage? Looks like it's sort of open on the side. But yeah, you can see out the back there the colour of the sky and shit looks pretty. The ground's all drenched. Hmm. Yeah. Now, whenever they've had good beer week in Melbourne, Freddie Wimpoles has always had the English stuff. So I just assumed it was like an English bar. I mean, it might be. I'm not sure, but when you look at those pictures and the description and that, it's probably more of an American bar. Yeah. Cheers, Angie. Cheers, Joey. Sammy boy. Sammy boy. I'm starting to get peckish again. I think I had dinner a little too early. I feel like a snack. You don't want to know. Yeah. I haven't actually been to one for a while, thank goodness. Cheers, Geordie. So yeah, this is my own beer, apparently. Short and stout. It's like a dry stout, sort of like a lighter version of Guinness. Obviously, if I was picking my own beer, I wouldn't pick that style. I could possibly go a stout, but it certainly wouldn't only be 4.3%. It would be like 14%, if anything. Yeah, hit the old like, peeps. Yeah, slot machine. They got a heap of different names. I think it's just Australia where they're called pokies. What do they call them in the UK? Slots. Yeah, for sure. Like Coke. Hell of a drug. Snack attack. Yeah, bloody oath. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I had my first. I did a beer review around. I think it was about one p.m. and there was no one around. But I honestly felt like it was some sort of YouTube issue. And I was like, oh, well, like it's a stream I've done. If people want to watch it back, they can because it was a tasty little fruit sour, raspberry, vanilla, mango, banana. Quite the treat. And yeah, no one, there's people watching it, but no one in the chat. It was just a real bizarre feeling. And anyway, then me and Josh hung out and we were live on his channel, and it was really quiet on there as well. And then I've had a couple of beers just out in the sun today, hanging with the dogs, and then just had a bit of a nap. And I thought, oh, I'll do 2 beer reviews tonight and see how they go. And the first one I did, it was a German Pilsner called Poppin Pills. And I wrote that in the description, and there was fuck all in that one. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm definitely getting screwed over here by YouTube. But I reckon with that one, it was because of the name of the beer. They've probably, because they think it's drug related, they've like sort of put a shunt on the algorithm. And then, yeah, as soon as I start this stream, there's like people who have just come out of nowhere. So it's real weird. YouTube's definitely playing funny buggers. Those crazy kids. Really? Jesus. Oh, because of the tiredness, my shit eyes, and the ring light, it's so hard to read these messages. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry to hear, Joe. Cheers, Hamish. Thanks for chiming in. Cheers, Angie. Nah, he won't go to the pokies. He's worried about spending 30 cents on his phone. That's probably a good thing. Fruit machines, yeah, fruities. Yeah. I still don't know why he even asked that. I remember at the time reading the chat and the previous comments, and it's like, why did that even come up? All I can remember you saying is, yeah, that you just appreciated like what I do, and like, and then like something about the time when yeah, when he slapped the guy, and you're like, oh, that's a real man there or something. I'm like, that's the only thing I could think of. I'm just like, who cares anyway? Well, big deal. Yeah, nah, I'm as far as drugs go, yeah, I'm a fucking beginner. I know shit, so don't ever think I'm into any of that shit. I'm just a country lad that loves a beer. There'd be certain things if opportunities arose, I'd be like, yeah, I'd probably give it a try. But yeah, I'm certainly not a person that's into that sort of stuff generally, though. There's no way in hell I'd try like fucking ice or heroin or anything like real hard like that. Fuck that shit. I've had quite a few mates that have fucking messed up their lives. Yeah, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. You'll get fuckheads that, like, I do beer reviews. I'll do like one beer or two beers on a weeknight after work, and you'll get fuckheads going, "Oh, I think you're an alcoholic." I'm not a fucking alcoholic. It's like a hobby. I'm drinking them for taste. I'm not even getting drunk. I could easily go a month without beer if I wanted to, but it's just something I enjoy doing. People just don't understand. If they're not involved in it, they look at it as a negative. They also probably think I have a partner that I beat up and that, yeah, I don't know, just whatever else goes with being an alcoholic in people's eyes. Yeah. Yeah, I think if I had my own, as I said, if I had my own beer, like if someone made a beer dedicated to me, I think it'd still be a stout. But yeah, it'd have to be something big, like a boozy stout, like either barrel aged or like something that's, yeah, big ABV, real malty, and like maybe like an addition of like chocolate and vanilla or something like that. It certainly wouldn't be one of these light fuckers. But yeah, as I said, like this is good for what it is, but it's just not my type of thing. I like proper stouts, imperial stouts. This is definitely the type of stout, as I said, if you, yeah, say if you had a girlfriend that had just started drinking like pale ales and stuff, and you were trying to introduce her into different styles of beer, and you're like, oh, you don't mind a bit of chocolate? How about you try a dark beer? So then you give her something like this. Ugh. Start. I'm starting to get cold. I think because it was nice and warm today, and I'm in like shorts and a t-shirt. Now it's getting a bit cold, being the middle of the night and all. I don't really have any snacks. Like if I was going to have something to eat now, it's probably going to have to be like an actual meal. Damn it. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, milk stouts are good. I like when you get a milk stout that's got that sort of creaminess and a bit of sweetness, but also has the roast. These stouts, they're just a little bit boring. Like if you got this on nitro and it was a bit sort of bigger in body, it might be a bit more, I don't know, a bit more appealing. But yeah, just someone like me that loves a big imperial stout, like barrel aged sort of stuff. I just drink this and I'm like, So there's no like obviously I got this beer for the name. There is no way in hell I would have bought this beer if it was for anything else. I would have just seen 4% stout and would have just been like, no. Oh, I could go some of that right now, brother. Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, like, because I've never smoked. Like, I've obviously, yeah, had like weed and joints and stuff, but I've never just had straight cigarette. I've just never wanted to. And yeah, it's like a mate because I hate the smell of it. I just it makes me sort of feel sick. So I've just never wanted to, and I've had family members that have like passed away from throat cancer and stuff. So yeah, it's just something I've never even considered getting into, even when pissed and everyone's sitting around smoking ciggies. I was always like, nah, it's not for me. And yeah, now I can't even remember where I was going with this story. I think I was going to say like I'm glad. I think yeah, I'm glad that I never went down that path because of how fucking expensive they are now. And oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, the because Joey said about how he hates them now. Like it's the same when I go to like a pub and there's people smoking, and you'll get an ex-smoker hanging out with you, and you're not smoking either. They tend to hate smoking even more than what I do. It must be just because they've gave it up and they've got away from it, and it's like yeah, I've noticed a lot of my friends that used to be smokers, it's like they fucking hate it more than I do, and I've never been a smoker. So yeah, it's sort of weird how it works. I'm in the food capital. No, I'm in the country, brother. Melbourne is the food capital, though, but unless you're talking to someone else, but yeah, yeah. Yeah, you'd be absolutely appalled if you come to Australia, Joey, at how expensive smokes are here. In Australia, it's like that's half the cost of one cigarette. I'm pretty sure cigarettes now in Australia are about $2 to $3 a ciggy, aren't they? It's fucking ridiculous. Oh yeah, God. Yeah, I reckon I was the right age for when it was sort of the age where people were starting to really consider smoking. Like people were starting to think about it more and what it can do to you. So I sort of had a lot of friends that, like a lot of my friends, it was sort of 50-50. But yeah, it's funny because at work, we have like a big smokers area. And quite often, when you're on your break and you're having a bite to eat, there's more people in the smokers area than there is just in the non smokers area. So it's like, yeah, there's definitely still a lot of smokers out there. Yeah. I know a lot of people like roll their own now. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. One of my best mates at school, his mum smoked real heavily and like he hated it. And one thing that used to piss him off is all his clothes, his bedding, just everything smelt of smoke and he just couldn't escape it. Like you'd be hanging out with him at school and you could just smell the smoke on like his school clothes and stuff. People probably thought he was like a smoker. Like teachers and that were probably like, "Have you been smoking behind the sheds?" Yeah, good. Fuck the government. So they've shot themselves in the foot. It would have been better just to have lower taxes, and maybe they should do the same with the beer, the fuckheads. Yeah, yeah. I remember when one of the hotels, it was a pretty flash hotel back in the day, I reckon, but it was quite, I don't know, like old and just, yeah, like a bit run down when I stayed there in Bangkok. I think the second time. And anyway, because a lot of people smoke over there and like in Europe and that they had allocated floors for smokers and then yeah, ones for non-smokers, and a lot of the smoker ones were the better floors with real good views and shit. And my girlfriend at the time was a smoker, so I was just like, "Fuck it, let's stay on one of the smokers' floors, and then she can just light up, like sitting out in the balcony and all that sort of thing, and we don't have to worry about it." And the room was fucking unreal, but yeah, just it stunk of smoke. So yeah, if you're someone that are really worried, like, yeah, you wouldn't want to stay there. I was just like, we didn't really spend that much time in the room, and quite often I had some cigars, so I was having a drink out in the balcony with a cigar, so it didn't really worry me. And yeah, it was pretty cool just looking over Bangkok at night, and here you are just smashing like whiskies and got the cigars on the go because you can actually get cigars for cheap there, unlike here. Yeah. Is it the Garden of Eden? Take me back. Oh my god. See that like a spare bedroom tax, that's just punishing people for having like their own home. And like people should be able to do what the fuck they want with it. The only reason there's a house shortage and they want to do something about spare rooms and that is because they fucking let in too many people in the country. Oh, we don't have enough houses or rooms for people to live in. Yeah, well, don't let in so many for fuck's sake. Fucking idiots. If you own a home and you've got fucking, you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. Same if you're renting somewhere. See, where I rent is 2 bedrooms. So does that mean because I live here alone and the spare room just sits there, does that mean I have to pay an extra tax? I'd be fucking livid. Yeah, fucking oath. Yep. See, most homes in Australia have, well, especially in the country and that, most homes have like 3 or 4 bedrooms. I need to utilise the bathroom. I might just wrap it up soon. Cheers, Bill. Good to see you, brother. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. God. Yeah, it'd be like, oh, the real estate contacts me and they're like, oh, we're sorry, Sam, but you're going to have someone move in with you. You're obviously going to pay half the rent you pay, but yeah, this person's going to have to share the house with you. And I'm like, oh, yeah, so where are they from? What do they do? Oh, they're from India. They're a skilled worker, apparently. I'm like, oh, yeah. Then they rock up and they've got the Uber Eats sticker on the side of their car. And they've also got a 7-Eleven polo shirt. Oh, God. Help me. Kylie and Jason, Jesus. Kylie's still hot as hell, and I don't know how old she is, but she fucking still looks good. Good, thanks. Yeah. That's what shits me. It's like all these fuckheads that are for mass immigration. If you actually said to them, okay, well, if you're all for it, how about the vacant house next to you? We're going to put in 3 families. They'd kick up a huge stink. And it's like, yeah, well, now you know what it's like to be the average Joe. All these fucking pollies are out of touch. They got no idea. I just think of like the diggers, like the people out there that have fucking fought for the country, fucking died for the country. They would be absolutely fucking like they would be mortified with what's going on in Australia at the moment. Like we fucking died. We lost limbs. We lost friends. We had broken marriages, all for what? Nothing. It's turned into such a shithole of a country. And I'm guessing you probably think the same, Phil, in England. There's still hope for you guys in America. Keep your fucking freedoms and, yeah, don't ever let them take your guns away. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with Australia, though. Like, we have states, but they're all practically the same. Yeah. Yeah, the diggers would be fucking so pissed off. The thing that really fucking pisses me off is there's people that have fought for this country getting kicked out of like housing for immigrants to move in. That just like breaks my heart. Like that's just fucking that's like the lowest you could possibly do as a politician. Someone out there's busted their fucking ass for the country. And then you got some fucking immigrant family comes here and they take this person's house. It's fucking bullshit. Yeah. Yep. Good shit. See, I'd love something like that now, but I can't. It's fucking, yeah, 12:24 a.m. and I live in a fucking shitty country town. The only thing open now would be 7-Eleven, McDonald's, and BP, and all three of them, uh, you can't go in there unless you've got. Oh well, you can go to the two service stations, but you can't actually go in there. You got to order from the window. They're both too far to walk to, so I'm fucked. And then Macca's, it's like, yeah, I could probably walk there, but you can't go through there this time at night unless you got a car. So it's like I can't even get a feed. Yeah. Hmm. So I might wrap it up there, peeps. As much as I want to kick on, it is fairly late and I'm quite tired. But yeah, the earlier I go to bed, the earlier I get up tomorrow and do it all again. Yeah, for sure. I just love like yeah, you just got to be passionate about this shit. It brings a lot of anger. There's a lot of Aussies now that are just fucking fed up. I think a lot of us seen this shit coming, but like there was nothing we could really do about it. The fucking pandemic definitely made it get 10 times worse. they're slowly doing it, and then the pandemic hit, and everyone was worried about that, and then they're just fucking like bringing in like hundreds of thousands. Yeah, cheers, Phil. No, it's been another good stream. This one was good. Good to actually have some people here. So yeah, I don't know. It had to be something to do with the name of that beer in the last one, and then yeah, the one I did earlier today. It was probably just the time I went. I went at a time when all the UK and US peeps would have been in bed, and then being a nice day here, most people were probably out doing shit. But yeah, it's good to have one that's solid stream. But as I said, if yeah, people, especially the beer I did earlier today, the fruit sour is really good, so it's worth a watch. Even if you just watch me sort of initially drink it, and it's almost like sometimes because people sometimes just want to watch the beer back and don't want to see all the conversation and all that, which is totally fair enough. So it's like I've been told I should put in like timestamps, just so if the part where I just talk about the beer and give my thoughts and that, at least then people can go back and just watch that part instead of having to like fast forward through or rewind or yeah, hit the old thumbs up if you haven't already. Yeah. And yeah, as far as the score goes for this, I'd probably just say like a solid 4. For what it is, it's decent, but yeah, it's not my sort of thing. It's more of a beginner's stout, I reckon. Yep. Cheers, Phil. Cheers, all. Yeah, if you're around at all tomorrow during the day, I might do a review, but I'm working Monday afternoon, so I'll probably do my usual nighttime thing like this, so it's just not as late as tonight. Yeah. Cheers, brother. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow sometime. Thanks for the support.